Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Average Joe Dividends YouTube channel. In this video, this is my August budget video, and I'm going to go over all of my expenses as well as my non-W2 income. For the month, we're going to take a look at those expenses, the breakdown. We're also going to take a look at the gap and also my net worth. So without further ado, let's just dive into this. I'm not going to go into every single line item, but we'll take a look at some of the bigger expenses on here. Like I have a son going to college, and I pay for a part of his expenses. You can see this one hits me every month. And let's scroll down here. I took a trip to Chicago, so here's a flight right there. You can see some grocery store. This is my internet bill every month, and right now my housing costs, they are exorbitant. I live in a one-bedroom apartment. It's a villa with an attached garage, but still this is ridiculously high, and I know that I went month to month my lease because I'm building a home and I'm going to get these costs down. And we can see here, let's take a look and see what else. Yeah, this is just dog food here. And this is my electric bill. I don't have a gas bill, which is nice. And we'll take a look here. Let's see. Just some various little visits to the grocery store, vending machine, things like that since I was on the road. You can see a taxi bill there. I was able to avoid a cost for a hotel, which was very nice on my trip. You can see just some more restaurant visits here. See if there's anything else. Yeah, a little bit of restaurant here. Some video games were purchased here. But overall, not too bad on the expenses. And, the reason I'm showing this is, pretty much to hold myself accountable for how much I'm spending compared to my income. You can see here, here's the total. Looks like I spent $44.51.96 for the month. And my W2 income, I had a bonus in there, so there's about an extra $1,500 in there. We can see the gap was over $2,500. And the reason why I track this and to show a gap, and I've highlighted it there, is you want to, with your budget, you want to have a gap every single month. So you can either increase your savings or you can have more to invest and build that non-W2 income. And you can see here, let's just take a look at the expenses. You can see housing, just graphically, you can see this is really chewing up my budget. You see a little bit here, grocery and miscellaneous. I have my my son's expenses in there. That's kind of a larger piece of the pie. But you can see restaurant, things like that. I don't really spend that much vacation. I don't take a whole lot of vacations. This trip I took was a little bit of an anomaly, but some things you won't see in my expenses. I'll just name a few. One of them is I don't have a car payment. I drive a paid off car, 2013 Honda Civic Si, long paid for. I've only got 48,000 miles on it, so to me it's like brand new. And I have no credit card debt, so I'm not paying for interest on that at all. As a matter of fact, I'm earning a lot of interest. You can see in this W2 income. This is right now what I have in my savings accounts, and it's a large amount because again, I'm building a home. I'm going to have to put in a large down payment. I don't really have to put that large of a down payment, but I want to get that payment down and control my costs, and it's going to make my housing costs lower than this. And not only do I not have a card payment, no debt, but I also utilize a phone service called Mint Mobile, and I just pay it one time per year, and with all the taxes and everything, it's under $200 for a full year, and has all of the data that I need. So that's another thing that helps me save money. I'll leave a link below too if you want to use Mint Mobile or want more information about it. So next, I'm just going to go over some of my non-W2 income. As well as controlling your expenses, you should also be trying to build up non-W2 income. You could do this with rental properties. I tried that in the past. I had a rental home, and it was not for me. Not at all passive. If you want to collect rent, or even evict tenants, by all means get into real estate, because you're going to have to do those things. You may get lucky for a while, but chances are the more doors you have and the more people you deal with, the more problems you're going to deal with as well. So we'll just go over some of this non-W2 income. You can see very small income from Capital One, General Mills, Verizon. Those are dividends earned. And Swag Bucks, I do surveys, and I'll leave a link below. To me, they're worth it, because you're going to see several payments from Swag Bucks. You can just do those in your own leisure time. I even find a penny or just money on the ground, because what I do is I actually, when I go to the grocery store, Walmart, whatever, I put that into the self-checkout, and so I actually apply that. So that's actual, it's not much, but it's every little bit counts. You can see here's another dividend, and back to that was just interest in my savings account. Of course, that is not going to be as high once I make that down payment on the home I'm building. You can see here more dividends, more found money, dividend, more surveys here, dividend, Evidation. It's an app that tracks like your steps and things like that, and I get about 2 payments a year, so about $20 just free money for walking around. And American Express, that's another dividend from Agree Realty. But you can get the idea here. There's more dividends. Nice one from Omega Healthcare, over $50 dividend. You see Apple, Caterpillar, found a quarter. More surveys. Starbucks, a lot of times you'll see this one, the other side of the ledger, in expenses, but this is a dividend from my Starbucks stock. Another payment for surveys, and this is something I sold on Facebook Marketplace, $150. And this is a dividend. I'm going to actually do a separate video on this pretty soon, because I also own this in an IRA where I get paid over $400. So you can see the $400 plus this over $760 just in dividends from BST, BlackRock Science and Technology Trust. And KKR, that's also a dividend. So just from dividends and things like that, and selling things and surveys, I picked up just from those $1,600. And the WT required is, if I use that money, instead of investing it or spending or lowering my expenses, I would only need to earn $2,850 at least in this month to break even. So that is good to know. I don't need to make nearly as much as I'm making. So possibly in the future I could go part-time, or maybe step back into maybe a less challenging job or a less stressful job. Of course, I don't plan on doing that for a few more years. And let's go to my net worth. This is where I have my money parked. I use Vanguard. I have an IRA. I have taxable brokerage with them. I have at M1. I have a IRA with them. In T. Rowe Price, I have my 401k with them, and I just put the ending balance rounded to the nearest $100. And you can see I'm carrying a lot of cash right now in Synchrony for that down payment. And then Capital One, that's just my savings and checking. And then I have an M1 taxable account, and I do a lot of videos on my dividend portfolio. That's my dividend portfolio right there. And you can see the total right at $1,393,500. So while I had a nice gap this month, the 25.91.49, my net worth went down because of the market dropped. So my net worth dropped $15,000, and that's something I really can't control. But one thing I can control is my expenses, and I can control reinvesting and buying more assets to build up my non-W2 income. So let's take a look at July. my net worth went up a bunch. So some months my net worth will go up 51,200 or 50,000, and sometimes it goes up, it goes down. But overall though, my net worth has been climbing over the years steadily. So sometimes you have good months, sometimes bad months, but you keep going with the plan. You invest that gap and keep going. So if you got any value from this video, please click the like button, especially with this transparency. I'm showing you I'm not selling anything to you. I'm not trying to spam you with anything. So just for that transparency, please click the like button. Also subscribe so that you do not miss future videos. I do a weekly buy video so you can see when I'm buying into this portfolio, this M1 taxable, this dividend growth portfolio. I'll show you the companies that I'm investing in. Of course, it's not investment advice, but as you can see, the portfolio is doing quite well, so maybe you can get some investment ideas, something to research more on your own. So thanks again for sticking to the end. Like I said, please click the like button and subscribe so you do not miss future videos. I hope everyone has a great weekend. Everyone take care.